My guest tonight is a sweet lady I'm honored to call my friend. We're gonna dive deep into more lore about her channel, what she plays mostly and what she's up to, how she got on Twitch, and more. She's one amazing human being. She mostly does Phasmophobia, and she is a very lovely streamer to watch. I'm happy to welcome one of my friends and favorite streamers to watch, all the way from the Netherlands, Dutchessy or Essy. Welcome to tonight's episode of Twitch Tea Time.
Thank you for having me.
In this space, we will talk about everything, as I said, from gaming, Twitch, plans for 2024 or the rest of 2024, mental health, topics, and more. So just grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you're driving, drive safe. So first thing I ask before I start, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I have my day off and I'm, slacking a bit, like hanging around and taking it easy.
Yeah, same. It's my day off as well.
So that's always nice.
Yeah. Can you tell me about how you discovered Twitch, how you decided to become a streamer, and a bit about your channel?
Yes, I can. Well, the first time I was introduced with Twitch, I was playing a game called RuneScape, and one of the persons that was I had a clan in RuneScape, and one of my clan members was fighting a boss monster, and he wanted to show me. So he decided to stream it on Twitch, and he said, well, you can watch me do it live on Twitch, right? And that is the first time I met Twitch, which was years ago. And I haven't used it for a bit. And then I bought Phasmophobia. And I did not know exactly what the game was like. And I was very curious about it. And then I remembered Twitch, and I was like, oh, maybe on Twitch people are playing it, and I can watch how it goes, because I was a bit scared of the game.
Yeah.
And I did not know really what to expect, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go on Twitch, watch it, and then I'll know a bit what to expect. So that is what I did. I watched it. I watched other streamers play it. And then I was like, okay, I'm a bit afraid of playing it with the people that are in the game itself, the lobbies, the open lobbies. Afraid of failing and people being mad at me and stuff like that. And so I decided to go and play with streamers.
Yeah, I don't think failing is a big issue right now, because if you don't fail, you don't learn in the game, actually.
No, in this game, in our community, it is all good, But I know other games where people can really be mad at you if you do something wrong or aren't fast enough, so that is more what I mean. Then you get insecure and afraid people will be mad at you if you don't do it right. And I am a bit older, so I am, a bit slower on some stuff, So that is why I was like, oh, but maybe I cannot do it the way it should be, and really uncertain about myself. And with the streamers that were playing it, they were all nice and really cool about it. And then they gave me the opportunity to play with them. So I started playing with them, and that went very well. And so I met one streamer. I was almost every day on his channel. That he was Krusty Muldoon. And we played a lot together, and he was
Krusty. Yeah, he's also now one of your mods as well.
Yeah, but he is one of my mods, but he is not really around anymore.
Yeah, sadly.
I have a hard time taking of his name as my mod because I love him dearly, and
Yeah.
I always have the small hope he will just pop up one day,
I mean,
return,
you know,
and
you have infinite swords. You just don't have a lot of like VIP slots. So better keep the sword, you know?
yeah, that is, and I hope just one day he will be good enough and come back, because I know he has a very, very bad health issues, and
Oh
but we haven't
no.
seen him
Yeah.
around for a long time, so I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what is going on.
I hope he's good though.
I hope so too. I really
Yeah.
hope so.
Um, yeah, but also there's a question now. Where did the like? Why did you choose Dutchessy? I know Dutch said Netherlands, but like, is Essy like a nickname you have? How did you
Okay.
decide to combine them? Some people read it as Duchess. You know, sometimes.
Yeah, some people do that. Yeah, and that is one of the funny things, because when I was young, my first name, I can tell you, is Esther, and a lot of people when I was young called me Essy for short. So that is where the Essy comes from. And I don't know why, but I love the epsilon, instead of the
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
and the E and the A. No, the E and oh my God, spelling in English is really hard.
It's okay.
So and I was like, if I need to make a name, it's gonna be Essy, something with Essy. And then I was like, okay, I'm from the Netherlands, so people would call me a Dutch person. So I thought, well, if I put it together, it looks kind of like Duchess, give myself a title. And then so that is how I created Dutchessy, and
So, yeah.
it was my name in RuneScape.
Duchess
to
and
start
slap a Y at the end. So Dutchessy.
with. Well, Essy, no, because Duchess, you write without the T.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's together,
True,
Dutch
true.
and Essy. Put together is Dutchessy, and it sounds
Yeah.
a bit like Duchess. So that is, yeah, I found it a
Yeah.
nice word, a word game, so
Yeah.
to speak. I don't know
Yeah.
how you say it.
So I can assume that the first game you streamed was RuneScape or Phasmophobia, right?
Phasmophobia, yeah. I did not. When I started streaming, I already kind of stopped playing RuneScape, because
Okay.
I've played RuneScape for 15 years, and I became a little bit tired of it.
Burnout,
to be
yeah,
honest.
burnout.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that is when then came Phasmophobia, and well, Krusty asked me, why are you not going to stream yourself? And I was like, to be honest, I'm gonna be really honest. I told him, well, why would anyone see this old face on on this channel? They are not.
Come on,
waiting for
Essy,
me.
we love your
No,
face.
I know, but that's what I said back then, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not waiting for me. And he was like, well, you're the sweetest person, and you have a lot of people already on Twitch. You know everyone here. Why aren't you streaming yourself? If you do it, you will be in affiliate in no time.
Yep.
He said, like, you will be affiliate in a week. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, if I'm gonna play, people as well might enjoy it watching me, maybe. Let me try, and that is how my channel started.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mostly do horror games, but what other games are you willing to play on stream in the future?
That is a thing that I am debating with myself, because I am really happy to how can I say it? I am really happy that people are enjoying watching me, and I want those people to keep enjoying it. If I start playing other games, I could try it, but I'm afraid a lot of people will be disappointed and go, and I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, I don't think people are there mostly for the games you play more than for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Like at this
Well,
point.
I have been considering maybe putting a poll on my Discord and asking them, because I do play a lot of Sims. Well, not the Sims.
Simulators.
I play the Sims too, but
Simulators,
simulator
yeah.
games, yes, and puzzle games and stuff. So maybe I am going to ask them if they would like to see that when I play it. But on
Well-
the other hand, I don't mind keeping some games for myself. That
Yeah,
sounds weird,
yeah.
but yeah.
I mean, I don't
know?
mind watching anything.
And sometimes games are nice to play, but very hard to talk about what you're doing all the time.
Yeah.
So that makes it harder to stream it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So how did you decide on like what content you're gonna be streaming? Like, okay, you started with Phasmophobia and you said like, I like horror games, I'm gonna just focus on horror games. Well, now we're saying like you're thinking of like shifting it a little bit towards more puzzle and variety. So how did you decide?
No. I always wanted to play
Oh,
those.
Okay.
But I want, because I really love horror. That is the thing, and I know a lot of people like to watch it. So that combination is really fun, and I love it when I find a game and I don't know what to expect in the horror genre. Like the game I was playing for the last week, Mirror Layers. I did not know what I got myself into, but I love not knowing what will happen, you know.
Yeah.
And this game surprised me, really did surprise me. And I love that effect with simulators and other games like that. You kind of know what you're in for, and that is why I choose a lot of the horror games to stream, just because the surprise element, I love it, and I love to see people enjoying that, you know.
Yeah. So what are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off in chat? What's the big no-no? What's allowed? What isn't? Yeah.
It is funny that you should ask me what would piss me off.
I know the answer, but still.
You know the answer?
I mean,
do?
nothing would kind of piss you off. You're like very
Yeah,
easygoing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I am very hard to piss off. There are things that do piss me off when I am really when you disappoint me.
Yeah.
Well, not you personally, but
Yeah.
like when people disappoint me, when I trust somebody and they betray the trust,
Yeah.
that would piss me off. That
Yeah.
is one thing. But I have a lot of patience.
I don't. I don't. I envy you for that.
And it comes to a point where I drive people mad with my patience. It really, seriously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things, and I don't want to change that. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So it's more of a blessing than a burden.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
For me, it is.
So
And
yeah. So what games you would never see yourself playing?
What games? Call of Duty. Not for me.
Yeah, same. Not for me as well. So how many hours a day or a week in general do you spend on Twitch? Not only streaming.
That is hard to say. That is really hard to say. Like, I'm each week, right? So,
Yeah.
ooh, 25. I think it would be 40 easily.
Oh, yeah. Mine would be like most of my waking hours, if not all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I deliberately take some time off
Yeah.
from Twitch.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to I still have a son and a man at home, and
Yeah.
they need some attention too. Yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But like Twitch has been there for me because recently I've like parted ways with my best, like the last best friend I have here, because the other one that I know from 28 years, he's like in Emirates and I don't see him much. But we talk from time to time. But the last one I've stated it in a song in the upcoming album. It's called "Used to Be Friends." So he's been kind of like a jerk to me ever since 2020 happened. I don't know if I've said it before, but like we've discovered that we have complete opposite differences now. He sings for me, and he knows my artistic vision the most. Like if I blink, he knows what I want without talking.
Yeah.
So sadly, in 2020, there was like the big explosion that we had here in Lebanon. That sparked,
I remember.
yeah, that sparked a lot of controversy between him and I. Not because of the explosion, but because of the extra time I had to spend there. Because I kind of couldn't go back to the capital, so I was stranded in the north. So I was like 90 kilometers away from it. So this sparked up kind of like not depression, like anxiety, a big splurge of anxiety attacking me. So we sat down the next day and I was like, please, can we talk about something else but the explosion? Like we spoke about music, we found out more differences. So ever since that happened, he started berating me about like, oh, you don't make me custom beats. Oh no, you don't. I'm like, I'm too poor for that. I don't even have a MIDI. My PC wasn't there at the time, but like in 2021, 2022, I got this PC. And I was like, no, I have a PC, but I still can't make you custom beats because I don't have the money for it. And like he started like postponing every time I speak about music, and that started irritating me. So last year I was like, I'm not gonna let this come between us. But then he was like, started ignoring me even more when I asked him for like, get me a side job since you work for like Nike and Adidas Middle East. So yeah, please, like at least give me a side job so I can make extra money. And he got jobs for other people but me. So that kind of started like pissing me off a little bit. So I'm like, nah. Last time he spoke to me was the day of my cousin's wedding in September 23rd of 2023. So I was like, he was like, where are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm at my cousin's wedding, and we haven't spoken ever since. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna put effort into something that's forced, because if you force out a fart, it comes out as shit.
You know, Lucy, that is one thing I learned in life. I banged my head a lot of times on matters just like this, you know? Like when you have people around you where you think they are very dear to you, very close, and would love the best for you.
Yeah.
And then at the moment where you are not able to
be there,
meet their needs anymore.
Yeah.
That is, my words are specifically chosen, because that is most of the time what it ends at. If they are used to get stuff from you or not even only
Like
stuff,
using you,
but
using you,
feelings and
using you. Yeah.
using you. And at the moment you make clear that, sorry, that is not gonna happen anymore. I cannot. I'm not able to. Or, and then the people draw back. Then at that exact moment, you know, well, those are really not friends.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are people that take advantage of you.
Yeah. I'm shocked to know that after 7 years, even 8 years of
Yeah.
friendship.
I have in my past a lot of people like that
Yeah.
come and go, and I'm like, I know that I never gave up hope, because for every person that goes away, just like that, there will be 3 persons coming back that do have your best interest. One of the persons for me, Lucy, is you,
Yeah.
right? You come walking on my path, and
Yeah.
you help me out. You being there as such a good friend, and that is what happens. There are people that you have to let go. You don't have to be angry to let them go.
Yeah.
Because if you build up angry feelings, it is only going to hurt yourself, not them. So that just let them go with love, and then if you let them go, there will be other people coming on your path, and they have a good interest in you,
Yeah.
and they will be there for you, right?
Yeah,
So
true.
I've learned that a lot of times the hard way. And okay, it every time when it happens, it hurts, but the best way to go at it, I find out, is okay, let it go, let them go in love. Don't hate them for it. Just let them go and move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Which is kind of like irritating because like we had to pick fights, and a lot of times it really pissed me off. But now that I found Twitch, I'm like, I found my place, because like these are my friends, even though I haven't met them yet, but they make me feel better about myself. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And on Twitch, even you probably will get hurt the same way too. Well, you already had it happen, right? So
Yeah, several times. It's
with
okay.
people, but for those people, there will be other peoples that love you better. You
Yeah,
know, that
true.
is what. Yep.
True. That's what I learned as well. Like last experience. So
That is
yeah.
my feeling, that we are on this
Yeah.
on this planet to learn,
Yeah.
and these are lessons that go with it. It's not fun, but you learn from it and you grow from it. That is how
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna jump into segment 2, which is kind of like a pop quiz slash lightning
Okay.
round about you.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, do you mind telling me and the listeners what's something you do every day that has now become a regular routine for you?
Ouch. Well, before I start my stream, I will put my water.
Yeah.
On-
So
on
so
my-
that Smickle can spam hydrate.
Exactly. And there's a ritual where I put on all the stuff that I know and try to relax. So I put on someone else's Twitch and watch it for just a tiny little bit before I go live myself, just to get my head clear. And sometimes it does just the opposite, because I get so involved in what they are streaming that I almost forget to turn on some stuff. So my ritual is not working out that well.
Well, you're doing your best.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite comfort food of all time?
Oh, I have a lot of comfort food.
My
Um,
mine JR would disagree with it, but it's pineapple pizza.
yeah, well, I love pizza. I love all Italian stuff, and and Chinese and Japanese, and yeah, as long as
Oh,
it's not Dutch.
oh my God. Yeah,
So my comfort food is yeah, a lot of
like
real food
like
like
pasta and
lasagna,
those. Yeah,
pasta. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So what's one thing you tell yourself often?
That I'm oh, that I'm blessed to be here on this planet, and that I am loved. Very important to tell yourself
Yeah.
you're loved, and you're well. I tell myself I'm okay this way. It's from a song, and that song is one of the greatest, I think, describing everything that I think everyone should feel.
Yeah,
You're okay this way. You're
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. If you ever were to be any object or creature, real or fictional, what would you be and why?
Well, my logo from
Is
my
a sloth.
channel is a sloth, and I would choose the sloth because a lot of people think I'm lazy.
I
And
mean, yeah,
I agree sometimes, yes.
yeah.
So, yeah, a sloth.
Sloths are cool, you know.
They are.
They take their time in everything, which requires a lot of patience, which is also a feature you have.
Do you know that a sloth
Yeah.
in his fur creates antibodies and stuff that can in the future heal people?
Oh, really?
Probably. Yes, they are looking into that because they don't wash
Oh,
themselves very often, and stuff is growing in their hair. They have long hair, and now they think there might be stuff in there that can cure people.
nice, nice.
That is
Um,
what I read.
yeah,
I'm yeah. If I'm wrong, don't pin me on it. I read it somewhere, and
it's
I was
okay.
like,
It's
yes,
okay.
that is cool.
It's okay. So, what's your biggest pet peeve?
My what?
Your biggest pet peeve, like something that annoys you. Like, for example, me either lying or someone making like spamming noises.
Um, lying would be indeed one.
Yeah.
People eating with their mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I cannot. But even then, when they do it, I try to look the other way and not tell anything because I don't want to shame them or something, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like biting on my teeth and like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Um. So, what's one thing you cannot live without?
Water? No, I. Ooh, that is really hard. I cannot. I would say my son and my husband, of course, but I know that there's always you can live without them, but it would be hard, you know.
Yep.
The only really thing you cannot live without is food and drink, and yeah, and yourself, of course. But that is an answer I learned the hard way.
Yep.
You think you cannot live without a lot of things, but you can actually.
Yep. What would you do with $1 million?
That is a really hard question. I would buy myself a new PC. I would donate probably a big chunk of it, and I would buy a house. I think a a house where my son can live with us, but privately,
Yeah.
and a new caravan
That's nice.
for vacation. Yeah.
That's nice, yeah. So if this was the last day on Earth, what would you do and how would you spend it?
I would spend it with my with my husband
With
and
your
child.
family, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what we're doing, to be honest, as long as we do it together. And I would hug them so many times.
Yeah.
If you know this is the last day, then I probably won't let them loose. I hold them the whole day, I think. Probably.
So, in your opinion, what do you think is the worst invention ever?
The worst invention ever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To me, it's guns if they're like not used, for example, for hunting or something.
See, I find these kind of questions very hard because I would say humans.
Yeah, you can skip it
Because-
if you want. You can skip it.
No.
Yeah.
I would say humans because
Humans, yeah.
the biggest destroyer of everything is a human, right? So I don't mean certain people, I mean all the people. We are the mass. And me too. I'm doing it myself too. But yeah, we are massive destruction of whatever is
Yeah.
here. If you look around the beauty of nature and everything, and there's harsh things in nature as well, but yeah, we tend to demolish everything. So
Yeah.
the worst invention is humankind. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's
Sorry
fine.
for
It's
everyone
fine.
who's listening.
It's fine. It's fine. So, what's your comfort off-stream game?
At this moment, it is Satisfactory. I am
Ooh,
playing
nice.
Satisfactory so
Yeah.
much lately again. Yeah.
Uh,
It
yeah.
depends on my mood and
yeah.
the time, and yeah.
What is one thing you spend a lot of money on besides games?
And then there were crickets. Nothing, to be honest.
That's an answer I never expected.
On food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not highly demanding. I want my PC, I want my electricity, and I want my games.
And internet. Can't run games without internet sometimes.
Exactly, internet. And I want my husband and my son, and that's it. So I'm not really buying much clothes or anything. I'm not. How do you say it?
High maintenance.
Yeah, I don't ask a lot of that.
Yeah.
I'm good the way it is, and yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the worst video game you've ever played?
Paperboy.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, you would not expect that, right? But I remember we did not have a lot of money, but we had a Super Nintendo in the past, and those games were really, really expensive in those days. Well, they still are, but
Yeah.
and we bought Paperboy with so much pride, and then when we played it, it was like, what is this bullshit? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that is.
Yeah. So, besides gaming, what are your favorite hobbies?
Well, I used to make a lot. How do you say it? Cards like for Christmas and.
Ooh. Like arts and crafts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. Because of the time I spent on streaming and gaming.
Yeah.
But I still have a cabinet behind me with a lot of paper and thread and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's one big red flag you cannot handle in a person you just met?
Somebody who's how do you call that? Being descending? Is that the word? Descending.
Dissenting, yeah.
Think they are better than
Yeah.
than
Who always one up
the
you.
other person.
Who always one
Yeah.
up people, yeah.
If they look down on people, that is one thing
Yeah.
I cannot stand. For me, in my eyes, everyone is worth the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you have, doesn't matter what you spend.
Okay.
Everyone is the same in my eyes. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So the following question is like a three-part question. What's your favorite, or recently, what's your favorite song?
Ooh, my favorite song is from Gamma Ray,
Ooh, I don't know them.
and
I don't know them.
you don't know them. No, I Gamma Ray. Well, most of the sounds you hear in my stream
Yeah.
are from Gamma Ray.
Oh,
So all my oh my god, words. When you get a sub and those things,
oh yeah.
those sounds, they are from Gamma Ray.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the best song, oh my god, it's so hard to choose. I would say Lake of Tears at the moment. It's
Nice.
a kind of a ballad from them, but yeah, that is I think now my favorite.
Nice. So if you have, what's one of your all-time favorite movies? It can be also recent.
The Beyond.
The Beyond. I never heard of it.
That's a really, really old, like 83 or something movie,
Yeah.
horror movie.
Yeah.
If you look it now, if you see it now, you would say, "Oh my God, the pictures are so bad."
No.
because-
I'm okay. I've
because
watched the
of-
first Halloween, which is like in the 70s. The first Halloween movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, The Beyond is yeah. All time.
It's beyond this world.
There, back in the days, we had like a videotheque. Is that what you call it in England? Where you go and
yeah,
rent a
videotheque.
video. Yeah, and I would go to the videotheque
Yeah.
and then or cinematheque, whatever, and I would go there and rent this video with The Beyond on it, like every time. And one time, every time I got it, the quality of the VHS went worse and worse. So I asked them, could I please buy it? I want to have it. And they said, no, we cannot sell you this. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to have it. Before I know it, the thing is gone, and I cannot
Yeah.
watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Because back then we did not have a YouTube or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was afraid it would be gone. But yeah, they wouldn't let me buy it.
Yeah. And the last part of this question is, what's your all-time favorite TV show or series?
All-time favorite TV shows. I don't know. Could it be a channel?
Yeah.
TV
Anything.
channel.
Anything.
I love real life murder mysteries and stuff like that.
That is a genre on its
AI?
own. That's a genre on its own, so it counts.
Okay, that counts. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Discovery, ID and stuff.
Investigation Discovery, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of. I love to watch that.
Yeah, the ID stands for Investigation Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you had one special superpower, what would it be and why, and how would you use it?
If I would have a special
Superpower, yeah.
it
Yeah.
would be like if I look at someone they instantly fill up with joy and leave all their worries behind. Like
Yeah.
my superpower would be making people feeling so happy and worth it, you know?
Yeah.
So that would be my superpower.
Yeah. Mine
I
would
would make
be
people
yeah.
believe in themselves.
Yeah. Mine would be teleportation, but my more like how do you say my understanding of teleportation is that it cannot be for everybody. You have to earn it, learn it, or like get it from your parents, you know, because like if you have teleportation, you'd have criminals in your house teleporting every now and then. Yeah, so you have
No,
to
but
either
it, it is a superpower, so you are the only one having it, right?
no, some
That is
people
what superpowers.
some people can have it, but like they have to earn it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. What's the weirdest thing you've ever tasted, food wise?
I would say the worst thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weirdest. Yeah,
Well, worst and weirdest.
Vegemite.
Both Vegemite, or as we call it, mermaid.
Ugh.
Mermaid is English and
Yeah.
Vegemite is Australian, but it's kind of the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No.
yeah. So which of these three would you ever give up if you had to? Money, gaming, or love?
If I could have the last one, I would give up the other two.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, money first. I wish we could live in a world without money. Would that not be great?
Yeah, in very very ancient times, they used to, like before money was invented, they used to exchange valuable things like for example,
Exactly.
let's say maybe a kind of boulder that was in ancient China. That I read somewhere that they exchanged like either swords, weapons, or maybe like they used to cut like some sort of like rocks into shapes and give it to people. So you could do that easily. Now you can't, sadly.
You could. Everyone could do something to make this world better and then trade with each other. But there are too many people wanting power, and because they want to keep power, money will always be there. If people were to give up the power, they would be able to live without money. But money is power, and because people want power, we cannot live without it.
Yeah. So what's your favorite drink?
Water.
Yeah. I did not see that coming. I thought it was coffee or something.
No, I only drink one cup of coffee, and when my husband comes home.
Yeah.
I like coffee, but a bit.
Yeah.
But what I drink most is water.
Yeah. So something you always wanted to learn but you didn't have time for.
Oh my god. Well, I had plenty of time, but maybe not the brains for it. I would love to have learned programming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. I tried, but it doesn't work.
No worries. So the last question in the segment is, what's the weirdest habit you got?
The weirdest habit I got is we have Dutch licorice, a thing called muntendrop.
Oh my god!
And I would love to take a muntendrop, like the black coin licorice, and then put it in my mouth and take a sip of milk, and then chew it together with my milk.
I need to try that. I love licorice in all its forms. I am, let's say it, I'm a slut for licorice, actually.
Yeah.
I love it Some people hate it.
I still have something to send to you. Maybe I could send you some licorice with.
Yeah. I still need to just take the address. They're
Mhm.
coming here soon, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into segment 3, which is kind of like a mini game. But this
Okay.
time I'm gonna do a different edition of the mini game. So in this mini game, I will name a set of 3 games each time. You have to tell me which one you would play, which one you would delete from existence, or which one you would play once and uninstall. It's called.
I hope I know them.
It's called. No, it's a special edition. It's called Play, Uninstall, Delete. Delete from existence.
Play,
It also includes
uninstall, delete.
It also includes the whole franchise. So I'm gonna do a horror games only version of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with Phasmophobia, Demonologist, Devour.
Ooh, that is very difficult.
Told you.
Then I would delete Demonologist.
Ah,
Wait. What was it? Play Phasmophobia and
uninstall Devour.
uninstall Devour.
But yeah, the thing is, like, if you uninstall a game, it stays there, but you cannot play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Visage, Madison, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, I would delete Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
Uninstall Medicine and play Visage. Yeah.
Nice. So Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and Dying Light.
I don't know Dying Light. So I don't know. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna uninstall Left 4 Dead. And
Okay.
I'm gonna play the zombie Dead Island. Yeah.
Okay. Dead Rising, The Mortuary Assistant, and The Walking Dead.
Wait, Dead Rising, that was the one with Ash, right?
Dead Rising, no, that was Evil Dead.
That was Evil
Dead Rising is kind of like the funny version of the zombie games, where you can hit zombie with like stupid things. Like, for example, at some point I think you could hit zombies with a dildo at some point.
I have no idea. I'm gonna delete that. Wait, the other ones were... there goes my
Dead
brain.
Rising, The Mortuary Assistant, and The Walking Dead.
Okay, I'm gonna play the Mortuary Assistant.
Okay.
And delete Dead Rising. Oh god, do I say it? I don't know the other two, really.
Yeah, it's okay.
I haven't
It's okay.
played
It's
them,
okay.
so-
It's okay. It's okay. We can move on. Dead by Daylight, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Evil Dead the Game.
I haven't played Texas Chainsaw Massacre yet.
Yeah.
So that would be, I would be curious. But I have Dead by Daylight. I haven't really played it. Well, I played it a bit, but I don't really get into the game. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
Play Chainsaw Massacre because I haven't played it yet and I don't
love
know
it.
what to expect from
Oh
it.
no! I love Evil Dead. Sorry.
And Evil Dead, well, I really suck at it, so I would, sorry.
Uninstall. It's
See,
okay.
I got it from
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, Little Nightmares, the Alien series, and Silent Hill series.
So, to be honest, The Little Nightmares, I think they try to. It's too expensive because you have
Yeah.
to buy all these DLCs, and the game itself is just a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
So, and it's very expensive to buy the tiny little bit
$40. Yeah.
compared to other wonderful games, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna delete that one. Not because it's bad, but because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Oh shit. The other two. What? Can you name them again?
Yeah. If I can find them.
Oops.
Little Nightmares, Alien series, and Silent Hills.
Alien. Alien.
Like the ones that have Alien Isolation as well.
Yeah, I would uninstall, I think. And Silent Hill, I haven't played yet, and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I will be. I will
So-
be doing that next month.
Okay, but yeah, I would choose that then because I haven't played it yet.
Okay. So Don't Starve Together, The Forest, and The Quarry.
Ooh. Okay. Once again, sorry, Lucy. Don't Starve Together would be deleted.
It's fine.
The Forest I would uninstall, and
Both of
the
them.
Quarry I have, but I haven't played it yet.
I
So
recommend.
I want to play it. Well,
I
I have it
highly
already.
recommend. Highly
I already
recommend.
have it,
Yeah.
but I still need time to
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
one. So yeah.
Yeah. And the last question in this special edition is Alan Wake, Resident Evil, and The Evil Within.
Ooh, ooh. I have The Evil Within, and I stopped. I was streaming it, but I stopped because I got stuck somewhere with a monster. I had a hard time doing it, so I probably would delete that one. Resident Evil,
Yeah.
I would love to. I already played one part. I didn't stream it. It was before I streamed.
Yeah.
I would love to play the rest as well, but then I would uninstall it,
Yeah.
and that would leave me with what was it? Oh shit,
Alan Wake, Resident
Alan
Evil.
Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake. I would love Alan Wake. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Actually, there is one more. Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, and The Last of Us.
I say I play 7 Days to Die.
Last
Delete
of Us. and
Zomboid.
Yeah.
Yeah, delete Zomboid and uninstall Last of Us.
Okay.
I think. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I would play The Last of Us.
It's okay. It's
Ooh,
okay.
That is hard.
Okay, now we are gonna go to the last segment, which is the mental health segment. So in this segment, we will be talking about mental health. Tonight, Essy chose to talk about her life experience or some stuff that happened to her. I'm not gonna talk. It's all up to her. It's her story to tell. I'm just gonna be there and listen. So if you find, also I apologize in advance because after Voodoo May's episode, which I love, which she is now Plenty of May, she rebranded. I apologize in advance for heavy or triggering terms that it might be used. I'm not against it, but I'm just giving you a warning. So I'm going to say this
Yeah.
again. Some subjects might seem triggering or heavy. Be well aware as you listen, because we spoke about suicide in the episode.
Well, I would definitely
Yeah.
give off a warning.
Yeah. No worries. You can freely talk.
well,
You can even say
Out
murder.
of my own too, I would definitely give
Yeah.
a warning for triggers because
Yeah.
for the listeners who don't know my age, I am 53 and I have had a lot of
Yeah.
life experience. Not all of it was very nice, but in the end, I am proud that I am still the person that I am.
Yep.
But and I have grown from the things I went through.
Yeah.
So here is a short sum up, kind of what went on in my life. So when I was little, I went to the how do you call it, elementary school? Yeah, I think it's called elementary school. And I was picked upon really bad, to the point where every day there were 15 people waiting for me to get me, to pull my hair, pull my clothes, push me, and, beat me. And they had it in for me because, well, it all started with this teacher
Yeah.
that decided that I was not worth it because I was in a Catholic school and I was not baptized. So judgmental as a Catholic person should not be. She was, and she started. That this was when I was 7. She started. How do you call it? Slapping me in the class and being nasty. And so the kids, obviously kids take that over. They are like, okay, this person is not worth it, and they treat you the same way. So this teacher gave a very bad example. My mom was very young when she had me, and she did not really know how to deal with it all. So she tried to defend me, but when I got home, crying, obviously, she was not always very nice at me. Maybe I'm saying too much, but yeah. So when I grew older, I tried to be what everyone wanted me to be. So I did everything I could to belong. Is that the word? So that everyone would like me. And I found out the hard way that doesn't work. You have to be yourself. People started liking me when I was like, at one point I was like, okay, F you all, I am gonna be me, and I'm gonna wear my heavy metal clothes and my the stuff I like. I'm gonna listen to the stuff I like, and whatever everyone thinks, they can walk away, like, if they don't like it, well, too bad for them. And I found out then that people like me more, like me better. Not all people, of course, but people changed towards me. So I found out, don't try to belong with other people. Just be yourself. That's the best way to go. Then at one point, and this is the trigger warning. I'm gonna be honest and open about it because I know this can help a lot of people. But it also can be rough to hear. When I was 14, I was raped by a person I thought I could trust. And that left a mark on me. I was very afraid to tell anyone. So for more than half a year, I crawled in this little space in myself, not really talking much anymore. And I am a talkative person. I even talk to myself, like during the day. So I started to become very, very quiet. And at half a year later, my parents asked me what happened, what was going on, and then I started crying, telling them what happened. But he threatened to kill my family if I would ever tell. So by then it was too late to do anything about it, we thought. Back in the day, people reacted differently to rape and stuff like than they do now. And I did not really feel supported back then, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna come over this and I will be better for it, right? So I went on in life, and when I was together, I met my husband, which was a very, very nice change in my life. Because I always attracted bad guys. My mom told me, you're not gonna go with nobody anymore for more than a year. The next year, you're not gonna have any more boyfriends, because then you bring home this boy and then you bring home that boy, and I had enough. You're not gonna bring anybody home for a long time. And of course, then I met the person who is now my husband, and I was like, yeah, well, sorry, Mom, I'm not gonna let go of this one. I saw him, I saw his eyes, and even though he was not my type at all, I saw those eyes and I was like, okay, this is the person that is gonna be mine, and I'm not gonna let him go. And here we are, 35 years later, well, 37 even. 37 years later, and we're still together. Because he had the same feeling I had, and yeah. So when we met, it was like crazy, and it still is. It still is. But even then, bad stuff still kept happening. So we one day we were at home, and we have this thing in the Netherlands called carnival. And carnival is well, you go and dress up and you go to the bars and drink a lot and have festivities, right? And we were meant not to go out that night, but then we decided on last minute, like 12 o'clock in the evening, like, okay, let's, you know what, we're gonna go for just a couple of hours, and let's go to the bank, get some money, and then go into the city, right? And that was a very bad choice, because we got robbed, and I had a pistol in my face, and I was like afraid for a long time to go out of the house, and even to go shopping, get some groceries or anything. I was so afraid.
Yeah. See, from what I hear, a lot happening here as well. That's what I feel recently.
Yeah. But although that went better, I got some help. Victim help is what it's called here. And I got some help that helped me go back into the daily normal ritual again, right? And then I let me think. Then I got up at it again, but still till this day there are some restrictions in my life because of all what happened in the past. So I would like to go. I go for walks a lot in the morning before my stream, and sometimes I want to walk like in the forest or just some place where there's nature, you know, and then I tend to walk there, and I'm like, oh no, it's too quiet here, and then I feel fear, like I become afraid. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of things that I cannot see, and I know they are real. They are real because I had some of those experiences as well. But the thing I fear most are people, to be honest. People that have not so good intent. But then again, after all that happened, I got something. At one point, I couldn't walk for half a year, and I was sitting on my couch thinking everything in my life, what happened, came up, and then you get depressed, really depressed. And I was like, okay, this is not good. I cannot do anything. The depression is too bad. I cannot fight it. I felt myself I could not fight it, so I went to the doctor to get help. And he asked me, okay, what kind of help do you think you need? I said, well, I don't know, a shrink or something, something to help me get out of this bad place. And to be honest, he sent me to the shrink, and I went there and I did my talk, right? You get an intake conversation and before you got treatment, right? So I was there talking, and then somebody else suggested to me that I should try, now I have to find the word because my brain is malfunctioning again. I wanted to say reintegration, but that is not reincarnation therapy. Aggression therapy. No, not regression therapy. That is what it's called. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to think of a certain word for me to remember the name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So somebody suggested regression therapy for me. And so regression therapy takes you back in your life all the way to the start and even before. And I did, and it explained a lot to me. I had 5 sessions, and from the moment, from my childhood on, I always walked on the streets with my head bowed down, feeling unworthy and stuff, like counting the tiles on the floor, not really finding any contact with people because I felt I wasn't worth it. And then I did the regression therapy and I learned who I was, me, Essy, and I looked at myself and I was like, but this creature deserves love and attention and deserves to be here and deserves to grow. And with the second session I had, I stepped out of the door there where it was, and the sun was shining, and I felt like I've grown. And I looked at people walking home. I was smiling, and people were smiling back at me, and I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, it felt so weird.
Wait, what the hell? There's no skulls and there's no dog food here. What am I doing?
That's a double side of me. That's my yin yang, But yeah, I was like, it felt all enlightened, and I was like, oh my God. There was this guy standing in his garden, raking leaves and stuff, and I walked by and I smiled at him. I said hi, and he looked and smiled back, and he was like hi, and it felt so differently. But from that day on, my whole world changed. It definitely, like from night till day. It was so weird. And then I went home to my mom later on, and she looked at me when I stepped in the door, and she said, what the hell happened here? I said, what? She said, well, I don't know, but you seem different. I said, I am different. I am. It was such a change. I said to her, well, I am myself. And I told her what I was doing before I didn't tell her because I was afraid she would be hurt. And she was afraid that I would leave her, but I would not do that. Because every person has reasons why they do stuff they do. And that is why I tend from then on to look further when I see a person than the facade the person is giving me. I try to look deeper into that, like the first thing people show you is basically most of the time not really who they are, because they, like me, are trying to be.
Yeah, so the first impression.
Yep. And the first impression is most of the time what people try to be liked, and but not necessarily the person they are. Well, most of the time the person they are is the best thing they have, better than what they try to be. So that is what I learned from all that in the years, and from then on, my life took a spin.
That's great.
I've grown a lot, and that is my purpose in life. I need to teach people that they are worth being there and worth living the lives as they feel they should, but don't dare to, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But Essy, thank you so much for the time. I'm really happy you got here. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm really happy you got to this place. This was very interesting to listen to. But to all those you who don't follow Essy, Dutchessy, go follow her now. The handle or her Twitch handle is gonna be the episode name, and go check her out. She's really amazing, really chill. We call her the Iron Lady because she doesn't jump that easily in games, like we try to scare her. She doesn't jump easily. It takes 17 times for it to work. But
you need to catch me off guard to do it.
Yeah, she always has her guards up, and now I know why. But yeah, thank you so much for the time. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Until then, stay cozy and comfy and love yourselves. Bye.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Blues. Bye.